Hello everybody, Rosemary here from the Lavinia Stamps Design team. I hope you're all keeping well and enjoying the halaganza. Tracy's new stamps for this release are called Starlight Whispers, and today I'd like to share a tutorial with you on how to make this beautiful card using the stamp called the Nook. I have a piece of multifarious that I've already cut. So to start our background, we're going to use our first colour, Elements Ink Blue Atoll. And I'm going to put my circle mask here on my card. So I'm just gently going to go round my moon, my circle mask to make a moon, with the light blue so that it looks like there's some light behind it. I'm going to start on my mask. And I'm just going to gently go round. The next colour we're going to use for our sky area is Stella Blue. I hope you're enjoying the halaganza so far. It's so nice. There's so many prizes to be won and so many techniques and tutorials from everybody on the team. And now I'm going to swap to dark denim. Quite a darker colour. So go around my edges. I'm using the flat end. I'm pressing my brush gently into the card. Not hard, very gently. And I'm using just the side. When I've done the other part, I was going around in circles with the end of the brush. I will fast forward some parts of the card while I'm doing it, because some parts take quite a long time, like the colouring of the tree, because I'm colouring it in pencils. So next we're moving straight on to our green. So we're using Pine Elements ink first, and then we're going to swap over to Bermuda. And we're going onto the card with the end of the brush. And I'm bringing my green and mixing it in with the blue from the sky area to sort of like give where our horizon's going to be. And then we're swapping to our Bermuda. And there we go. That's our main background done. Next we are going to stamp our Nook. It's a beautiful stamp. It comes out lovely. So I'm going to get my stamping platform. I put my magnets on. Pick up my stamp. And for our stamping of the Nook, we're going to use Pinecone Versafine Clear. I have a little cloth I'm going to press down with. And there we go, that's our Nook stamped. So let's put our moon mask back on. Okay, so now with our stencil, ambience. And I just want to give some texture into the background. Okay, there we go. I just need that little bit of texture. So next we will stamp Annie and Edward. It's a really cute little boy. And this is Annie. And for this we're using Versifying Nocturne. So they're just being stamped either side of the nook. Next we're going to stamp our little lanterns. So I've used the small lanterns and I've used the round one because it matches Edward's lamp. And I'm going to place my lantern there. Now I have this piece of masking tape here for a reason. I'm just going to cover where I don't want to ink my stamp, because I don't want it going up into the tree. I just want it to go onto the edge of the tree. Then I'm going to put a piece over the top, actually over the stamp itself. And once again I'm stamping with Nocturne. And then I'm going to pick that up and throw it in the bin. And then I'm going to stamp my lantern. And that's our first lantern. Stamp our other lantern. There we go. And now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually stamp around the base of our tree. And for this we need a mask. So for our woodland fern we are going to use Shady Lane, a first generation coming up towards our lamp. And a second generation just coming out down here. And then I'm just inking up the tip. A first generation coming just a little piece outside this side. And then I'm going to do this one again, just coming up towards our lantern again in first generation. And then second generation coming from there. And then the next thing we're going to use is our lavender. I'm going to use a beautiful new colour from Versifying Claire called Lilac Bloom. This is a very, very pretty colour for our lavender. I'm still going to use my circle mask because I only need to do the top part of the lavender. But just a few little bits in first and second generation coming out from behind the tree. There we go. Now we're going to use the same colour on our leaf spray, which is going to go up the side of the card here. And once again we're going to use our Lilac Bloom Versifying Claire. Now on this stamp there's a twig going down the middle. I don't want the twig on the card, so I'm going to carefully just do the blossoms like that. Then I'm going to ink up again and I'm going to bring it a bit further up the card. There we go. And the last thing we're going to stamp is the cedar up the top. So with our grass green, we're just going to ink up the leaves. There we go. And then we're going to bring some branches in towards our house. And we're going to do the same again. And we finished our stamping. So we'll just put the stamping away. And now the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to reground our area. We're going to make it brown, but we're not going to do too much brown because we still want the green to show through. So for this we're going to use Elements henna on my brown brush. But we're just going to gently, very, very gently, very, very gently.
And where we put the dark green.
Now we can remove our mask and we can concentrate now on colouring in our project. Now I'm using some pencils. There are lots of pencils on the market. There's a whole huge variety of them, and I'm just going to use the ones that I have. You can use the ones that you have and they'll all be fine. I'm using a couple of blues, a few yellows and a few browns for the tree. So in my lamps I'm going to just put some yellow. Then I'm going to go round with a paler yellow round the edge. And I'm also going to do this window up here in the darker yellow. Quite a pale brown for my, and I'm using circular motions, west circular motions, and you get a nice smooth consistency. And then I'm going to just vary my browns. On my treehouse part of my nook. And colouring my pine cone. No, not a pine cone. Cedar seed. Going to do my door in blue. And use a darker blue for the other part of the door. Now for my tree, I used 4 different browns. I used a darker brown for this part in the background here. And do the same for Edward. And do that grounding area for Edward as well. And then I think I'll do what I did on my original one, is to get them to sort of stand on like a little hill. So that's our grounding area done as well. And the last thing we just need to do now is to just give a little bit of gold pencil pen work. So I've got this Artistro permanent marker, which is a beautiful gold, and I used it for the dots on the tree. Just to bring in some highlights for our tree. To look for where the dots are. I think that's all of them. And the next thing I did was put my mask back over there. Used Annie and Edward over their bodies. And took a ruler and then just gently tapped around to get a gold rain effect on my card. And I just want one more for the handle of the door. And I've forgotten to do the window frames as well. So I've got to make sure I don't touch my card now. And there we go. So our final thing to do is just to go round with our glitter pen. And this is our finished card. Well, this is our finished topper. And I've called this card, Who Lives in a House Like This? Have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of the halaganza. Have fun. See you soon.